So I could be talking about the fact that they posted a new roadmap today, which is by far and superior to the old roadmap, if we can call it that. But is it really a roadmap? Meh, who cares? Let's talk about ships. Hello, Villanovians. My name is Rob, and today we are taking a look at another ship in our ship review series called the Pegasus by OSY, or under the full name, Oasis Island Logistics, Inc. This is a ship designed by Discord Jared, not the Subway guy, and we're going to be taking a look at it. So let's go ahead and do the first thing we usually do, which is a walk around, all right? So right off the bat, you could see the interesting use of medium doors, I think. Nope, these are smalls. Small sliding doors to create this cool open cargo bay effect. This thing really gives me some Caterpillar vibes if you are familiar with Star Citizen. But it's got its own unique twist. Like, there's no side bridge sticking off the side here. So it is not a recreation. It is maybe an homage. If you don't know what homage means, look it up. Hypen your vocabulary. Hypen? I don't think that's a word. Okay, so this ship looks like it is made out of iron and steel. So you have a little bit of survivability in PvP. But no weapons or anything on this, so eventually they're just going to murder you anyway. But it does give you a little bit of survivability, which is always a plus. Did they change the landing gear? I don't remember the landing gear being this blue and orange. So on the bottom here, looks like we've got some vertical boosters and some brakes. Vertical booster, brake, vertical booster, space brake. And I know I said atmospheric yesterday, but space brake. We got the logo on the front here. We got Z adjusters in the correct places. Bottom and sides. None on the corners, though, for rollage. But we'll see how that goes. Some nice placements. I do like the lattice work, if that's what you want to call that. The kind of... what would be the other word? Trussing work on the outside. All right, looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are ailerons. Uncommon military atmospheric engine larges and 4 uncommon military space larges, which should be more than enough. I am told that this ship is rated for a maximum of 2 kilotons, depending on talents and personal abilities. However, it is level 5 boosted all the way with purchase. And what is that purchase price? Well, I'm not sure. It is 5 million for a token, but as far as what... No... 5 million for a BP, a blueprint, but as far as tokens go, due to market variations, the price is constantly in flux, I am told. So, is my computer about to blue screen? What's going on here? That was weird. Did y'all see that? This is what I'm dealing with right now with this stupid computer. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, you'll have to contact him to talk about token priceage. I do have a VR location and a coordinates for the showroom, which I will put in the description, along with the with Jared's Discord information, so you can reach out to him and talk about pricing if you want to buy one of these. Ooh, I like that. That is very nice voxel mancy going on there. Whether that's from a library or not, the slats that close together is a very hard thing to do. I have tried without ripping it from a voxel library, and it is very hard. This I can attest. All right, if we hop up on top here. Let's see what we got going on top. Looks like the brakes are up here. We got some windows so you can enjoy the space vistas as you fly around the universe, or your passengers can at least. Some more atmo brakes. Looks like a total of 8. Hope maybe there's more somewhere, but I don't know. But we'll see how good it does on braking and all that stuff in the test. What else we got? We've got some smooth voxel work going on the roof here, and some more iron and steel. Okay, where are the... Oh, here we go. All right, we've got some wings here. It looks like using the overlap pattern on the wings, and I believe these are medium. Wing variant M. Is that what they're called? I thought they were just called wing M's. Let's look this up. I know this is kind of a divergent here from what we were talking about. All right, same max lift. Same degrees. Variant M has more hit points. Ah, okay. Well, that's interesting. Is the mass still the same? So I don't understand how you can have the same mass but more hit points. That seems like that would add mass. They must use like some kind of special chemical dip or something to get it that way. Otherwise, they provide the exact same lift. Maybe they fit better in things. I'm going to have to buy a bunch of these and just see if it's better to use the variant M's or the M's. Because that's the first time I have seen a variant M wing. So good to know. Now you have learned something. There are mediums and variant mediums. And they kind of have this weird cut in at the end here, which I guess would make them better to overlap them, I guess. All right, well, that's our exterior review. Let's go ahead and head inside here and take a look. This is very industrial. I am a fan of the industrial look. Right away, we have the container hub here for all of the containers. It looks like we have a ton of containers. Even though this is only a 2 kiloton hauler, you have a ton of large containers. And not like actual ton, but a ton, because they weigh more than a ton. You know what I mean. It's a shitload. You have a shitload of large containers, so you can put things like bauxite in them, which have more mass than weight, because that's a problem you can often run into with things that have more mass than they do weight. With the exception of Cat 3, which has more weight than mass. I guess it's made out of tiny planets or something. All right, we have a hatch here that probably goes to some repair elements. Can I open it? Oh, I can. Okay. Okay. That's how you get to the space fuel tank here. It's in back of the atmospheric fuel tank. And yeah, very minimalistic, which is good because it keeps the weight down, even though this thing is made out of iron and steel. I would be interested in how much the dry weight of this is, because I don't think I have build mode on this. Nope. All right, so we've got the core right here, also surrounded in the steel of the frame. And I love these steps. These steps are great. I like the thin voxels going up, and the railings are really nice work too. It looks like these are from a voxel library, but if you did this yourself, Jared, I am very impressed. This like thin voxel work is something I always struggle with. It always like screws me up. Oh, look at that like lattice ladder type thing going on. Lots of windows on the top here. We've got lots of seats for your friends to ride along in. And we've got a navigator chair and a navigator chair and a flight chair. So it does not look like we have a separate chair for space travel due to the radar stuff. And we've got the logos up here for Oasis Shipyards. That is a cool looking ship as well. So hopefully we'll take a look at that. So let me go ahead and hit this button here on the dashboard, and that closes all the doors. And we can go back down and kind of see what this looks like. With all the doors closed, it feels like you are in a spaceship now and are not going to get sucked out into the elements if there was actual vacuum in this game, or cold damage or anything that you usually get in space. So again, I really like the industrial look of this. It feels real nice. We've got some fake panels, keyboard units, and screens with just some pictures slapped on them. So it's cool. Makes the bridge look nice. I like that the name is all over, so you can't forget what the name of your ship is. And we've got a screen here that doesn't look like it does anything. I don't know. Okay, so let me go ahead and sit in the seat and see what we're working with here. Looks like we have Arch HUD going. An older version of Arch HUD, because this one does not have the space fuel tank levels per se that is on the new ones. But it does have, it doesn't have the underwater flight mode either. So that might be something to look into, updating that. And the screen is kind of blocking my view, which I'd like to be able to look out. Maybe if I was going to buy this myself, I'd probably go ahead and raise the seat up so I could see out the front here, and maybe put DU damage on this screen right here, or just get rid of the screen. It seems to be in the way. So that is the exterior and interior done. It doesn't look like there's an easy access to the roof, but you saw how easy it was for me to jump up there, so I'm not going to say anything about that. And I'll go ahead and put some weight in here, and we'll go ahead and do a flight test. Oh, I gotta go open the doors again. I gotta open the doors, otherwise I can't get out of the ship. All right, fast forward. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and put, it would help if I didn't have things typed in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Cat 3 in here, about just over a kiloton. So what is that, 2,000, I think. Let's add another 300. Okay, 1.12 kilotons. And you can see this stuff is evil, because you can grab a ton of this, overload your nano pack with it because it's got so little volume. Like this isn't even this is even in 1%. It's like a percentage of a percentage. Yeah, 2,300 liters, right? So each Catalyst 3 is only a liter. So you can imagine what you can do with this stuff if you filled up your nano pack and then stood on somebody's ship. That's why I was kind of disappointed that they don't have a date for the docking boarding revamp yet, because I think that is one of the most important things in this game to prevent griefing. So anyway, we've got just over a kiloton, because I only have like 2s and 3s in most of my skills. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. Looking at this ship from the exterior, that is a sexy looking ship. I mean, very industrial all the way. It makes me feel like I am a cargo baron. All right, let's go ahead and lift up here. And I'll give it the little turning test here. Yeah. So not bad, not bad. That's either due to the position of the cargo hub, or the fact that we don't have the roll stabilizer, that we only have roll stabilizers on the back of the ship. You can see if I turn on the trajectories here, you can see that these two, like these right here, are your are the ones that are providing most of the power for your roll. And since there's not a balance between these, and there's none right here, when you turn, generally you'll see that these will fire off. Oh, not on this ship. But usually they will fire off to counter any wonkiness going on, right? And it also depends on how you build your ship and how far apart you put your adjusters. But this is minimal. Like, I can adjust for that, so I'm not that worried about it. It is still a nice ship, and it turns really fast with a kiloton, so that is good. So let's go ahead and go into settings, and we're gonna go ahead and turn off the brake. If you watched my last video, we're gonna turn off brake toggle so I can just tap the brakes. Okay, because we saw what happened with that last ship, if you watched the last video. All right, throttle up, throttle up. I'm gonna turn on the other long range trajectory mode. We'll see how fast that line comes up really nicely. So 1 kiloton of weight, not even phased. We're going at a 40, let's try a 50-degree incline here. And the ship is continuing to pick up speed, so it doesn't even care. It's like 1 kiloton, meh, I'm fine with that. Okay, it looks like it did top off. It's starting to fall now as the atmosphere gets thinner. So let's go ahead and do a shallower climb. And if you didn't know, you can also hold the spacebar to activate your wings to get a better lift vector. I mean, I guess that's a word, right? We're still going up, but we're topped out about. Oh, now we're gaining some speed now. 393, 397. Oh, that's because we're falling. Okay. All right, let me level off here. So it looks like this ship, you're going to have to bring your speed up first by flying level. And we can hold brakes, hold spacebar to get that extra lift going, right? And I'll wait till I'm about like 800, 900 kilometers per hour, and then I'll go orbital and see how we can break this orbit, right? Because what works on this planet, this will work very well on another planet, right? Because Alioth has the highest gravity of any of the planets. Maybe Sanctuary is similar, but Sanctuary. All right, space engines are firing up. We're starting to lose lift here, so hopefully those space engines kick in and give. Yep, we're generating power now. And we're still climbing. Looks like we're going up at 35 meters per second, 36 meters per second. So it is climbing just fine, 1 kiloton. And I bet if you put more in here and you leveled off, like you just did a straight level till you built up enough speed, you probably wouldn't have any issues either. Just like I said, I have low skills, so I don't want to push it with 2 kilotons, but we are just a little bit over 1 kiloton of Cat 3, which is very heavy stuff. All right, and we are in space. I can let go of the space bar. Not needing any lift anymore since there is 0 atmosphere up here, right? So the wings are doing nothing. But we have a very nice climb here, and we are in space, and we are going zoom zoom. So very good, very good, very good. Oh, and green line, so I could actually cut my engines here, and we'll just maintain a pretty stable orbit until gravity screws with me again, right? Or until my speed falls low enough. But yeah, very nice. Okay, so we're at 13,000 kilometers. Let's do a brake check and see how fast we can slow down with 1 kiloton of weight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're braking at a little over 100 kilometers per second. So that's not bad, just something to keep in mind as you're braking. So you want to break earlier than later in this thing, it looks like. All right. And I kind of like this profile in the dark. It looks like a big front end of a sports car or something. All right, let's do that thing where we go fast forward and till we hit the re-entry line. Okay. Sorry, I was not talking. I came in at a very steep angle, as you might have seen, and had to brake rather suddenly. Only damaged one module 1%. And this thing picked up the atmosphere like a champ. So, yeah. Very good on re-entry with 1 kiloton. However, I could not push... Oh, I just damaged another module. Why is this... Oh, Jesus. Why is the limit on this set at 1500? This thing does not have a burn limit of 1500. Maybe if I had like level 5 skills on everything. Oof. 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 Okay, I'll fix that. I'll fix that. Like, why are things exploding off the ship? Okay. Let's throttle down. So it can definitely not do 1500 in atmosphere without breaking things. Looks like we can do about 12 though, so that's impressive with this frame. Maybe not for an extended time period, but we are over 1100. Usually I set all the ships at 1100 because they do burn. So, yeah, we learned something good about this thing. Yeah, it can handle pretty heavy speeds in atmosphere. It can handle pretty heavy re-entry speeds. I was worried that it wouldn't break fast enough, but it did. And that was good. As I was saying, I was trying to push away from Alioth. Usually if you nose straight up from Alioth while you're coming in, you can kind of break upwards again or stabilize your orbit. But I did not have enough thrust for that comparatively to the weight of the ship. So I wasn't able to push off. But as you saw, I was able to come back into gravity just fine, no problem. And if I nosed up again, I would have no problem getting this thing back into a lower orbit if I wanted to expend that. It does look like I used quite a bit of space fuel. So she's hungry. She is a hungry beast. And I think it only has that one space tank, so that's to be expected. But it looks like we're doing pretty good on atmo. Also, again, I need to work on some of my fuel consumption skills because I do burn a lot of fuel. All right, so while we're at this point, let's do our usual turn tech, right? We're going to do a yaw turn first. Let me brake here to get my speed down. Okay. We're going to do a yaw check first, so let's yaw. Yeah, that's about as expected for a heavy load. And if you've seen the other videos, this is normal. This is pretty normal. Now, we only have those 4 stabilizers on the bottoms there. You can see them sticking out here. So we'll see if that helps us when we do a roll turn. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a roll turn. Oh, yeah. That is very helpful. With a kiloton of weight, this thing is able to do a roll turn pretty well. Let's roll the other direction and line up with my landing zone here. So what would be the use case of this? This ship would be great if you're just starting out getting into larger mining, and you want to get a kiloton off of Alioth or to go to any other planets. Blueprint's pretty cost effective. I'm sure the token would be pretty cost effective as well. Handles great, is very forgiving, which is nice for a new player. And let's go ahead and do a break landing. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay, could use some more brakes, but doesn't need more brakes. Meaning you could put more brakes on here. It looks like there's plenty of space to add more brakes if you wanted to. But as long as you know what your brake speed is going to be, you can pre-plan for that. I did not do a brake check, which is probably a thing I should have done. So I was aiming for the front side of the runway and ended up all the way over here, which could be problematic if there was a bunch of ships in the parking area. I would have just slammed into one of them and not been happy. But much better than the other one, which had too many brakes. I mean, no, you can never have too many brakes. Let me just say that right off the bat. You can never have too many brakes. But you want to know what your brakes can handle on the ship that you're flying so you can plan for how long of a runway you need to stop, right? As we see, it still takes a little bit to slow down here, just with holding the brakes down. So I would definitely go ahead and throw more brakes on here. But again, that's going to up the price for you. So it's a matter of, is the price more important or is stopping on a dime more important? And you can definitely get more brakes on here. And I know Jared even said that you can add additional brakes. He can include a warp drive. He can include a warp drive. Anything you want to add can be easily added in the token version, or you can do it in aftermarket. There's plenty of place to slap something on here, right? Like I can see plenty of room in the front up there where you could just drop a warp core or anything else, right? Probably not room for more containers unless you wanted to slap a couple medium containers in the middle here, or then you wouldn't be able to walk down. But, for what this thing lifts, the number of containers it has is great, because it means if you're mining anything other than hematite, you can get a decent sized load to market and be good to go. And I forgot to open the doors again. Bad, Rob. Bad. Ugh, I just love how they all open. It's just great. All right, get the crew ready. Let's unload this thing. Like I'm a space truck. Gotta love space trucks, things that have feels of like a space truck, right? So this is the Pegasus by OSY. And again, I will put all the information in the description, and as well as contact information for the creators Discord. Also, you have to take into account that this thing is made out of steel and iron, which is not the lightest of materials and adds a bit of weight to the ship as well. So the fact that we did 1 kiloton plus the weight of the ship is pretty good. And once they balance out PvP and add shields, this thing is going to be a monster. I will give it that. So to wrap up, this is a 5 million blueprint ship with a to be discussed token price. You can go VR over to Oasis Airbase or see the coordinates in the description. That is generally where you would go to buy a blueprint, or just contact Jared on Discord for what he wants to sell this ship as. On that note, if you are a shipbuilder and you don't have a Valuator, let me just show you real quick. I'm going to head over here. And as we do, let me say that if you have a ship that you would like me to show off, I would be very happy to do a video on it. All you got to do is drop the ship off with some permissions. I'll do the video, and then I'll message you and say, hey, come get your crap off my runway. No, you can pick it up whenever you want. Leave it however long you want. Usually I get the videos done in a day. Sometimes I'm in the middle of doing something else, like taking this beast over to the Alioth spaceport for the flying event. So yeah, let me know. My information is in the Discord. You can hit me up on Discord, Reddit, Twitter, whatever. Okay, so this thing right here is the ship Valuator. And I believe Frenia is the person who sells this. You can find it on DU Creators. I will also put a link in the description for that. If you are a ship seller, this thing is freaking awesome. This thing, you basically put in the prices, or the current prices of ore for what everything's going to cost. You take this core down here, data bank and programming board, you slap it on a ship, it pulls all the information off the ship, you bring it back over here, you put it on the thing, you hit the button here to activate it, and it pulls all of the units from the ship. You can see like every piece of the ship is here. It knows how much those cost in ore to make, and then it projects a cost based off the ore price. So bauxite, last time I ran this was at 26, so you can see that this ship right here that I ran had 141,921 liters of bauxite at $26, 26 quanta a liter, and that equaled out to 3,689,946. So you can kind of get a price on what your ship is. It even gives you a recommended markup for your ship. We don't generally use this markup price at Chimera, but this is a great thing to have until they change the way Lua code works, as far as HTML and all that happy stuff. So you should pick one of those up. I just want to give a shout out to that because I've heard a couple people say, I don't really know how much my ship costs due to market fluctuations. Well, you can just run this thing on it. It's really pretty simple. And I use this thing all the time to figure out what to price ships and what to update them. So as we say that, we will end the video here. If you like this video, don't forget to share, give a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, I will hope that you would want to subscribe and help me out here. Let me know that you like my stuff. Hit the notification button to be notified every time I drop a video. So until next time, I will see you out there in space. Stay safe, my friends.